always envisioned myself as a three-way light bulb. And I don't know if everybody knows what a three-way light bulb is, but you turn it on and it's got like a dim light. And then the second setting is a little brighter, and the third setting you can really see. But oftentimes, I originally thought myself as the number one setting, because the number one setting is when I became a believer in Christ, I didn't earn it. It's just a give me. And you're just saved. I mean, it's by grace you're saved. But yet I sat in that one position for many, many years because I thought that was good enough. I thought I had my light on. But then I came across this one passage that says, by their works you'll know them. And I had no works, and I didn't even know what really works were. And so I was very passive in being my Christian walk. I never was really out there in front. I didn't want to be leader of anything or anything like that. I was just passive. We went to a small church, and by going to that small church, he put Billy Ward into my life. And Billy Ward was the one godly woman that showed me what a walk was to be like. She showed me through her discipleship. She pruned me, she fertilized me, she watered me, she did all of those things. But again, I was still on number one. But then when God took her away from me and called her home, I had to then decide what to do, because this godly woman that was in my life had known all the bad things in my life and the things I had been ashamed of, and still loved me, still pruned me, still watered me, and helped me with my walk. And so I had to decide at that point what to do, because I was confused, I was lost. I didn't know how to continue. And then he asked me, God asked me, he said to me in my quiet times when I would pray and try to figure out what was going on, he'd ask me to step up. At that point, God turned my light switch to number 2. He switched it. I didn't switch it because I didn't want to. I liked being in number 1. I liked being passive. It was comfortable. It was not scary. It was not hard. It was easy. But the number 2 light switch, you're a little bit brighter. You become on fire. You have to be an obedient. It's something that you cannot not do. You have to do it when you're in number 2. And so that's when I made the commitment that I would step up, but I only stepped up in baby steps. My baby steps were, I had a home, I could cook, and I knew some of the women in the church, so I asked the women to come to my house, and we did women to women, heart to heart. And it was intimacy with the women, and we shared from the Bible that it said the older women should teach the younger women, and that's what I did. I taught them skills in the kitchen as we talked about God and our fears, our insecurities, our lack of, when God says we don't lack anything if we trust in Him. And then I got a little braver and I did a women's Bible study for the church. And then I got a little braver and stepped out further. And now all of a sudden God switches your light without even knowing it to number 3. And you have that passion and commitment where you know He's going to provide it. There's nothing that He will ask you. Every task and every assignment He gives you, He equips you. Even if you don't feel equipped, even if you don't feel like you're the best one, He knows you're the best one. And so when you make that commitment, you are going to have down days, but He understands that. He still waits for you, and He still equips you, and He still loves you, and He still says that you're His child, and He loves you for that. I am at the point now where I want to be on fire. That's why I want to be always on fire, which is number 3. But when you're on fire, you have to consume yourself like a candle. Your flame gets brighter and brighter, but you get consumed more and more, so there's less of you and more of the light. And the light is Christ. And just by doing and walking forward, you become less and less of yourself and more for Christ. And so now I'm out here trying to let the other people know that I don't have it all together. I probably will not ever have it all together, but I continue to walk, and I continue to let my light bulb be on 3, because sometimes that light bulb guides me, not others, and I need to know too how to get one step at a time forward. And that's my story.